All right, what's up, everybody? I'm gonna try to make this as short as possible because I actually want people to see it, and I know I can be kind of yappy. I ramble a lot. That's my nature, the way I've always been. I've literally been told it by acquaintances, family members. You talk too much, but I love to use my mind and my brain, and my mind and my brain. But whatever. It's hard to get this set up because I was leaving a comment the other night, and it's gotten worse. I left a comment the other night. I try to remember word for word. It was something like, "I do not discuss women's appearances," and because I know the statistics on the number of women that are dissatisfied with their bodies and their appearance overall, and another statistic that changed my outlook on the other sex, the way I worded it, was the number of women that'll be sexually assaulted in or worse in their lifetimes. Isn't there levels to it? There's harassment, but I think rape falls under sexual assault. But forgive me if I'm incorrect on that. But the stats since I last read them in like my early 20s, I think, it's gotten a lot worse. And I tried to talk about to people about stuff like this, but it just becomes they just go silent. It's just one of those awkward things that nobody wants to talk about, but we should talk about. And these are the two statistics I was referring to when I was leaving that post. And when I last looked at this in my early 20s, it was 60%, and now it's 69 to over 90%. It breaks my heart. And I know it's two things: the modeling industry and like the just celebrities and influencers in general, and the impossible body image they portray, and two, talking about women's bodies. Men and women do it. And I don't do it. I refuse to participate in that. Like the whole, I know this video is going to be long, and I wanted to, but I like to explain things and why I feel the way I do and why I'm doing this in the first place. I was going to do a video on my top 100 women list. And I don't talk about bodies on. That's one of my main disclaimers. I was going to do Sarah Michelle Gellar from like her various roles on movies that I've enjoyed, and because I think she's really pretty. But I caught myself. I was thinking about that post I left. Like, should I even be doing these videos? I don't talk about bodies, but talking about someone's appearance in general could have negative effects. And like I was just thinking about what Donald Trump did yesterday, calling Katie, can't remember her last name, Katie Rogers, the woman from the New York Times, the journalist, ugly inside, and now he called the woman piggy. And I think about that stuff a lot, and I refuse to participate in that. I try my best to treat women the right way. I have influences in my life that people I have a lot of respect for, like people I've enjoyed talking to. People I was taught in an early age how to treat women, by different ways, good and bad. By having my sister be my best friend slash my roommate growing up. I like my mom a lot. We garden together, things like that. But we don't always get along. But that's it's family. But when I see men talk to women like that, talk down to women, I think about the women in my life. And we're gonna talk about the sexual assault thing as well. My sister falls into that. She wouldn't mind me saying that on camera on my YouTube channel. It's something we've talked about a lot. We've cried together so many times about that. She was I don't want to say the word too much because somebody had my video. She was in her teens, and it still affects her to this day. She's not in her teens anymore, but we still talk. We don't talk about it, but it's something that we talk about in a vague way. It's not we don't talk about her, specific experience, but it's something that still affects her, and which is why I think about this a lot. Like I care about women, but let's read this out. So I failed at this video being short, but I couldn't make it short, man. Because when I really care about something, I can't just brush it, blow right through it, blow past it. It's not how that works. A significant majority of women report some form of dissatisfaction with their bodies, with the statistics in Western cultures where we live generally ranging from 69% to over 90%. That's hard to believe. I believe it, but Jesus, man. Like, and it's things like this. I'm thankful I'm a man. I know men have these body image problems too, but not like this. And man, but I couldn't. And plus, you gotta have fear, or not fear. You don't like your body, and you gotta live in fear of that a man might assault you. Like that's unnecessary anxiety nobody should have to deal with. You can't even be a human being having that kind of anxiety. The prevalence is so high that it has been described by some researchers as normative discontent. 69% to 84% of women in the U.S. experience body dissatisfaction, often desiring a lower weight. That breaks my fucking heart. Because I like all women, man. I try to portray that, explain that. You should be happy with your body. I like all the women, man. Bigger women, smaller women, short women, tall women. You can't choose. Like, it's just genetics. Like, you can't, like, you shouldn't feel bad about your body. Is why the basic. Yet I hate that they do. One survey reported that 91% of women were unhappy with their bodies and resorted to dieting. A 2018 Ipsos poll found that 83% of women were likely to be dissatisfied with how their bodies looked at times. In one study of middle-aged women, only 19.2% reported satisfaction with their body image. What? Middle-aged women don't like their bodies either? Man, this shit's a problem. And like, I hope that like something like the Martha Stewart, something even simple like the Martha Stewart Sports Illustrated spread could like help with that. That you can show your body's beautiful too. And man, but it's just it's a magazine. But what the fuck do we do? A 2011 survey found 97% of women have at least one negative thought about their body image every single day. And like that's why I'm thankful. Like I said, I'm not a woman. Women got many things to be happy and celebrate about themselves, but I wouldn't want to have to live like that. I don't like feel a negative thought about a part of my body every day. That's something I'm glad I don't have to experience. Okay, this is the bad one. Like it's all bad, but this is the really dark one. I don't want to say the darkest one for last, so it sticks in your mind. When I read this stat in my early 20s, it was 1 in 4. Now it's 1 in 3. Approximately 1 in 3 women globally have experienced sexual or physical violence in their lifetime in the United States. And my mom, growing up, once again, just some shared personal stuff, was a victim of DV, domestic violence. In the United, is another reason why I'm the way I am. Very sensitive to this stuff. In the United States, the numbers vary depending on the specific type of sexual assault. 1 in 3 women have experienced an attempted or completed rape, while nearly half of adult women have experienced some form of unwanted sexual contact. United States statistics, unwanted sexual contact. Nearly 1 in 2 adult women have experienced some form of unwanted. Is that like just grabbing? Like unwanted sexual contact? I guess it'd be just grabbing and like, what else could it be? Rape. Around 1 in 3 women have experienced an attempted or completed R in their lifetime. Sexual harassment, assault. One study found 81% of women reporting experiencing. Why are men like this? So why are men like this? But yeah, man. I got nothing else to say. But I had to do this video. I'm glad I did. I thought it could be a disaster or I'd wind up backing out of it. But I'm glad I did this video. But guys, we gotta be better. Gotta be better than this. Way better than this. It's not okay.